Yo, 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 what's happening, guys? MetaverseMillen here. How are we all today? We're back with another video. We're currently in LA right now, looking through the map. So how are you all doing? Hope you're keeping well. If you're new to the channel, if you're enjoying Upland, if you're one of the new kind of players jumping on right now, click that subscribe button, ring the bell, like the video so you don't miss a future upload. We're going to get back to some more content. At the end of the month, we're picking up Final Cut Pro as well, so we will be able to edit high form content on the new 16-inch M4 Pro. So really enjoying this laptop, the size of the screen and loads of other stuff. But yeah, kind of just been scrolling through Discord the last few days, and I think this is completely mad. We need to jump on. We basically spoke about this over a year ago, about layer 2s and like kind of the security and investing and stuff, and we kind of dropped back. We was promoting U.S.E Upland Spark Exchange very highly, like probably 2 years ago, and for the last 13 months we've not filmed any content or spoke about it for this exact reason. I just think this is completely mad how it's all going at the moment. So yeah, we're basically going to jump into it. I'll show you a video I filmed from like basically I think it was March or May last year as well. But if we go over to the Discord here, you can see Cernus4 straight in there. Greetings, Squall Muzzer. Have you been able to confirm whether Upland Spark Exchange is waiting for Upland on anything? Example, developer documents, email responses, or does this not appear to be resolved by now? And then Squazzers come back with, we have nothing pending from them at this time, and to my knowledge did not act across the time between the app chain change to now. So this is absolutely mad to start with, you know, and then you actually go down here, you can see a bit more. This was posted off topic 26 days ago. We are saying that this wasn't communicated directly with Upland at all. So basically asking King Cody, is this been communicated at all? Like, and it's like, you know, no, like apparently there was no like kind of waiting for anything at all. So this is mad. Apparently Stosh has been waiting for some kind of development document from Upland that is needed to support the change on the app chain before there's any opportunity withdrawal of UPEX out of there. It's been offline for 72 days now, and hope there'd be some kind of active communication between the two participants, two parties at minimum. We have not received any communication through our forms or the UDN channels. We have also posted all appropriate documentation to the UDN channels a long time ago, like maybe a day after the app chain change. Like, this is completely mad. And if you go to the actual off topic as well, we'll go into this page here. It's over here, and then you can see bloody, where is it, up here a little bit further, you can see obviously Splintock as well, Sparkade.me. like, you know, credit when credit's due. Like, Sparkade's doing amazing at the moment, and all the kind of updates and stuff like that. But like, even here it's like, where's the chat about the logs? Waiting yet when development documents are provided to support the changes. And it's not just about these development documents, it's about, like, you've seen Spark Tycoon when it first came out, it was update, you could tell the passion was there, like, it was just, and then like when it went to Tycoin, it was monetizing. I said in videos from like over a year ago, the developers like enjoy layer 2 and build something and then monetize it after they've got the community, they've got the players inside. Like, that's the way you make money. Like, Splintalk with Sparkade for a prime example. Like, he can build something and then he'll get the fruits of his labor later on down the journey. Like, he loves Upland, he loves the community. Like, you know, you've just seen from U.S.E that it's just literally like a money grab. Like, I know it's expensive to get in, but like, even with this channel, we've not monetized for 3 years now. It's going to take us probably another like 4, 5, 6 months to get up to 1,000 subscribers. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button, and then we'll be able to get a little bit of monetization for our videos. But we're building something what will take 5 to 10 years. We're probably $25,000 in right now. I love it. I'm not like charging the community. I'm not like asking for money up front. Like, there's nothing like that. We'll maybe do UPEX where you buy a property or you buy a magic castle or something for UPEX. You know, I might have a dollar kind of where $3 or 10,000 UPEX. But apart from that, like, it's not anything to do with like trying to reimburse the money what's going in right now. Like, Upland's going to be growing. Like, I'm at 20% markups. I'm looking at Upland when it's at 50% or 100%. Because if I'm buying at 20% markup and selling for 50%, you know, I've made like 1.5x off my money. So that's the way I see it. Like, I don't look at it like I'm buying at 100%. If you just look at it like you're looking at, say, I earn 35,000, 40,000 UPEX a day, that's $8. Yes, if I'm selling the UPEX to dollars, it is. But I don't have any plans for that. 90% of my account now is purchased for dollars. So like, out of probably the 1,500 properties or whatever, or just under, like probably about 1,200 of them are purchased for USD. So it's like kind of like, all those properties will sell. So the account's looking at like 30 million, 32 million or something, but I'll be able to cash that for about 64, 68 million. So if you take 20% off that 68 million, you ended up with like about 12 to $14,000 instead of the 20% off the 32 million my net worth's at, which is probably about 8 kind of thousands. So my account's about 50% ahead if I wanted to convert to USD, but I don't plan to like convert to USD. I plan to like hold this in the account as much as possible. So yeah, I just think this is absolutely mad. You know, it's been promoted for over a year, kicked off the Discord, you know, even on like popular YouTube channels it's been promoted and stuff like that. But I just see like when the Tycoin stuff kind of came in with like lawyers and stuff like that, it wasn't going to be as easy. Like kind of that motivation to actually build it just died down. But that's not the point. If you want to go away, do that. But you've led on a community for like basically over a year now as well. It's like, that's mad. That's like worse than sniping. That's worse than all the stuff what's going on. So like the account's sitting at 100 million UPEX here. You can see if this gets liquidated, like who's ever going to trust layer 2 and that, and like this is, it's just madness. I'm actually seeing this right now. Like let me know what you think in the comments. You know, like this has been going on for like over a year pretty much, with it being up and down and up and down. Like there's literally been no care. It's not like they could have, it's been down because they couldn't get it up. It's literally because they just don't care about it. And like now we've got that excuse with the app change and stuff like that. And I don't even mind. Maybe we need to do another interview series. If you've already seen the interview series we had with City Pigeon and Entertainer, maybe we need to do a wee doc series, like get like, you know, different perspectives on it and stuff like that. But yeah, from the way it's sounding right now, it's not good. Anyone on the Discord community chat what's been kind of supporting this, anyone like kind of as a broadcaster as well, like it's bang out of order like what you're doing with the community and stuff like that. And we're here for the players, we're here for the community. This is not on like, you know, this is probably why Granada Hills is starting to get busier and like a lot of players are coming in, because I don't plan to sell any properties. I don't plan to flip for USD in Granada Hills. I plan to buy up till I get to 1,000 properties. I think I'm at 820 right now, so we've still got another 2-3 months of growing that node to 1,000 properties. And the reason I do that is because then I'll own probably about, what's that, about 8%, 7-8%. I want to try and get that up to 10, which would be a 1,401 property or something like that, because there's 14,188. So it's like something close to that. But at that point it means like not one person could drop the community and stuff like that. So I'm actively trying to secure the floor and the properties in Granada Hills, and then other players are just kind of coming in and like no care for the players in the game, and just like, you know, that to someone is a lot of money, like 20,000, 40,000, 50,000 UPEX. Like Splintock's been doing manual withdrawals for like over a year, maybe even longer, correct me if I'm wrong. But like, and then like U.S.E's not even done one. There's no, like, they've got a community manager, they've got people talking about it on broadcast, they've got a team of like 7 people, like, you know, all together. And it's just literally been like, they knew exactly what they was doing. I don't think this is just all of a sudden popped up. Like there was no development documents, there was nothing like that at all. So yeah, it's absolutely mad. I feel like kind of CoffeeZilla right now. We even put a Sam Berkman-Freeze kind of post up over, I think it was like a year ago or something like that. I'll even show you here as well. This is a video we filmed from May the 13th, 2024 as well. So probably like, what, 14 months, May, June, July now. So yeah, about 14 months ago. Check this out. Not enough demand, or there's the same amount of demand as there is at the moment. It's just not going to work. And then like you can't rely on layer 2 games, you know. I'm not going to put $3,000-$4,000 or like 8,000 UPEX or whatever the amount is into a layer 2 based on a promise that it's going to be there in 6 months time, when clearly, and I'm promoting this on my channel as well, so like I really do love the game and the team, and like it's nothing like that at all. Like the idea is amazing, but if they can't execute something, like the idea is fantastic but the execution's just terrible. So like if they can't execute that with the level and the team they've got, like how's anybody else gonna like be able to, if that makes sense? To yeah, it just doesn't give much kind of like hope to smaller developers coming in. So yeah, that's pretty much like talking about everything what's going on. And then we've been basically led on to like kind of a, like it was Upland's fault, you know. This narrative for ages has been like, yes, it's kind of like Upland need to give us this, Upland need to do that. The reason why this isn't working, while there's other layer 2s what was back up within a week, not Spark Exchange, UPX Land, and also Sparkade, believe me if I'm right, was like, it was 7 a week or like 10 days, like both sites, maybe even less than a week. It was all back on, like basically the copy I've got from the folders of spokespeople behind the scenes. I'm not obviously going to announce the names because some people don't want to be kind of like involved with this, which is fair enough. But when you look at the folders and the way it reads it, the only thing, like if you look at, say, if I go to Finder here, so the only difference I see is you got all your documents in the same files. The only thing is the main file, so say like the name of the computer's changed, so it needs to look at a different name, and then all the files are still under the same names there was before. So like that's the way I see it. So I don't understand how, like, someone like Stosh is smart. I'm not saying Stosh is stupid at all. This is why I'm probably more kind of like what's going on. Like he's probably one of like the cleverest, smartest minds like in layer 2, and that's the point. Like this could have clearly been on and running. Like it's not been on and running for a whole point or a whole purpose, like a separate narrative. And that's a point I think a lot of players have missed. And that's why we stopped promoting it over a year ago. And like, you might not agree with me, you might, but I'll always kind of look at it from the way, like development's good, getting markups in games good and stuff like that. But like, yes, you might make like what, 10 times more UPEX off like the Tycoon nodes back in the day. But what if that shuts down literally like a week later? Or what if someone starts developing and then like falls out with Upland? What's like the security? What's the regulations? Like why would I ever now use a layer 2 instead of like properties or uppies or anything like that? Because the like security of that transaction's just not there anymore. So it's just like it's mad that I'm actually seeing it and like nothing's happening. It's kind of like the Wild West, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out in the next couple of days as well. We're looking over the blockchains as well. If you've got anything to say, let me know. Give me a wee DM or like down in the comments. But yeah, I just think it's absolutely crazy. Like, anyone that's kind of promoting it or been involved with it as well. Like, we're not going to do any business kind of moving forward. I just can't associate with that kind of stuff. It's absolutely mad, actually. It's like, you can't say, if you say anything like Upland's entertaining, like, this is absolutely mad. At least we've got some content to film and stuff like that. But yeah, like, it's all starting to kick off now. Like, so I don't know what's going to happen. It'll be amazing to see what actually does come of this. But hopefully we can actually get back to a like where there's a certain kind of like maybe half the money's spread out to the players, or like the logs are there for the accounts and stuff like that. We're probably like, I'm not even asking for my node slots or anything like that, but there's a lot of players what was expecting something to come of that, and it's just like you can't walk away and take all that kind of like the development, the communication, like everything. Like, you should have told the community back when like this is not going to happen, or this is going to, like, you knew it was not going to happen. Like, come on, let's be real. So I'm going to leave it there, kind of rant over. I had to kind of jump on and like talk about this because no one else is going to like talk about this side of it. And I think this is like a lot of players. If Upland's going to be a good place, and Upland's going to be a place where we attract a lot of players, that's why I so strongly support layer 1. Even centralization to a point. I'd love to own Granada Hills, but not at the expense of someone else owning another node in LA and like destroying that or sinking LA over time. Or like, no, like I like the fact that I could own something like the park kind of idea, but Upland have like the code, and Upland own like the top. And like, credit when credit's due, like Upland's in a really tricky situation with this. Like, I think they've done amazing since they've had the layoffs and everything what's happened. Like, we've got back to proper development, like uppies, like, the app chain change. I think like it's good, except for that loading wheel. Like, I'm able to transfer 20-30 assets all at once now without a white screen. Like, maybe that's because of the new laptop, maybe that's because more people are using those layer 2 development tools to move stuff around, what are really cool. But like, things are starting to get better. Uppies, like the reason to build structures. I came in the game 3 years ago, and like I wanted Spark, I wanted to build for that reason, that like in the future I can monetize like my structures and like the long game. Like, I was looking at kind of building with the community for 5-10 years, maybe even longer. We said we'd invest for 3 to 5 years. We're coming up to like the 3-year plan in August, so next month pretty much. So we've got like probably another month left, and then we'll be at that 3-year mark. And I plan to continue to grow that. I don't plan to like sell anything off for like dollars in that way. Like Las Vegas I'm getting rid of for dollars, and that dollars is going back into Sparklet or going back into like the USD floor in Granada Hills. So I've not actually like took it out my account into my bank. Like, so when I look at taking out to my bank, that'll probably be like, I might need to take like 100 out or 200 out, fair enough, but like my goal to like kind of like make my money back from what I've invested and the ROI and everything like that, that's like well down the road. That's not a plan for like the next 3 to 5 years at all. Like that's probably not even a plan for the next like 7, 8 years. You know, I'm looking at the development of UPLAND once that comes out, structures, businesses, like once I need to eat, like once you need farms to actually manufacture that food or create the food, what goes into restaurants, you know, this development's going to continue over time. And like if this is how much Spark's getting sold in the store right now, and you know where we've been for like the last kind of year, you know, the only way is up. People are actually starting to come back now to a proper virtual trading game where you can actually like play virtual property trading game, not like track heroes or racing or like all this stuff I've said's just like kind of nonsense. Like I understand why they need to do it, but it's a gimmick. Like that's the reason Decentraland, Sandbox, that's the reason why Atlas Earth is overtaking all the Decentraland and Sandbox stuff, because it's a different concept. It's mapped to the world, you buy blocks, but they've got like the same idea. Like they do surveys. It's not like kind of the same idea as Upland, but like you can use that USD and you cash out in the app or on the web. Like exactly the same idea. You don't need to like jump away and kind of do different stuff, which I love. And that's the way I see like Upland in the future. Like we don't need all this like noise and like this crypto side of it. Like have that inside the bank. Like, you know, be able to buy UPX or be able to sell properties in different currencies, or you know what I mean. But like do that conversion after you've sold for either UPX or USD. Like you should be able to do that with Tilia, like pay with crypto and other stuff. Like not like change everything to like crypto, because if UPX wasn't a stationary token, Upland probably wouldn't be here right now, because like the crypto markets, everything what's going on, it's just like the whole reason Upland's appealing to so many players, so many different kind of diversities, so many different kind of mindsets, is cause it's so easy to sign up with an email and a password. Most people understand Sims. Most people have signed into a game like that or played an idle kind of game in the spare time. And then you add that to true ownership. That's the only two things you need to know. And once you do that, you start to like bring in players. And then some of these players have got like a lot of money and believe in the idea. And then your markets go up instantly. So yeah, this won't take long to change the markets. If you're really into like the data and stuff like that, you'll see like kind of where this data is going compared to where it was like 6 months ago. So yeah, it's very positive. I hope like, a lot comes from U.S.E. I hope like he does the right thing and supports the community and gives this UPX back to the players as well. But yeah, we'll look into it even further and update this kind of community as well. So stay safe in Upland. Keep an eye out who you're going to trust in the game and stuff like that. It is a very safe place, but yeah, just 1 or 2 bad apples ruins it for everyone as well. So appreciate all the support. Click that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. MetaverseMillen. Peace.